Welcome back, all you Flux Automators, and in this video I'm going to be looking at the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. One of the reasons why I purchased these is because I already bought the watch, as you can see right here. I also have the Fold 6, and I was thinking to myself, why not fully delve into the world and into the ecosystem of Samsung? Why not? And it was only after I said I bought the watch and I bought the phone, and I kind of missed out on the discounts initially, but just listen to me right now. If you communicate with Samsung effectively and let them know that you bought the phone and provide proof and you got the watch, you probably could get a really big discount. Check it out, see what happens. So as you know, there's been many comparisons with a lot of the Samsung devices recently, especially when it comes to Samsung versus Apple. And I think these ones are where Samsung have kind of like encroached into the area and the design of the Apple devices.
Not true. That's impossible.
But to me, it's a great thing, because anything that Apple are doing that is great, that Samsung can take without being taken to court and add extra functionality is a win. So I just thought I'd pause it for a minute, give you a moment to hit that subscribe button. All done? Okay. A win-win for Samsung all the way around. So with that said, let's look into the box really quickly and see what's in here. So here we have the lovely box, Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, a mouthful like I said. So just taking it off, and you'll see at the back, I didn't actually pull off the strips on this. I actually cut it with a blade so I can keep the box looking nice and fresh. Turn it back over, and inside there is additional bits and pieces for this, and you get the buds right here. So I'm loving this design straight out of the box. So we have this metallic silver color of this one. Now you do have the white version. If you want to purchase that, you can do. I think that's creeping more towards Apple. The way they've designed this is similar to many of the buds that are out there. Actually, there's nothing really that from a standpoint of a flippy lid that Samsung have taken from Apple, but have actually added additional bits and pieces to this. So specifically here at the top, we have a smoked out window in a sense. And once you flip them open, you'll see we get the blades there. I wish they'd added some type of sound effect to that. Maybe something like a lightsaber type of sound, or wish you could add that, you know, externally, but you can't because there's no speakers on this. We're saying that opening up, you got the blue and you got the orange on this side. So going with the orange all the way rather than red on these, and just pulling them out, you'll see they are nice in hand. They have like that triangular shape rather than rounded shape. A lot of people are not really feeling these because of that. It is something different, but I actually quite like them. I think it's very different, and it has that difference between, you know, having a Samsung device over an Apple device. So one of the cool things I like about this is the lid. And you may say it's only a lid, but the way it flicks out is like the buds want to come out, you know, but then they want to stay in. So I think that's the cool thing about these. That's what I like. So looking around it, you know, you've got the indicator to let you know the power status of the battery inside the case. You have underneath, you have the USB-C, and then you have your syncing button here. I know there's many other devices out there that usually have the syncing button at the back, but Samsung are just doing something different, which I respect to that. And at the top, you have the Samsung logo or wording that is actually behind, so you don't feel it. It's actually engraved from behind. So taking one of the buds out, let's take out the right one right here. As I said, we've got the orange. Nice, nice, nice. So anybody that's not too sure about the orange and why they chose orange, it goes with everything, you know, if you have this watch. Enough about the watch right now. That's not what we're here for. But taking them out, one thing I would say is a bit awkward is once you take them out and put them back in, you have to take them out, flip them around, and then put them in your ear, which is a little bit annoying. Compared to other devices like Apple, where you just take it out and go straight back in. But you know, after a while, you just figure out you're coming out from here, flipping, and you're back in. Isn't as smooth as that, you know. I guess after a time I'll figure out, you know, the best way for me to do it. but it's done that way with a purpose, and the purpose is the fact that you get to see the blade lights, which will tell you, you know, the level of the battery within your earbuds, but also as a notification when you're out and about, you have your blades here, so you can turn them on and you can have it so that people know that you're actually listening to music. Hopefully they take the hint. Many people don't and just start talking, but I wish that Samsung had added some additional functionality in this, but I'll talk about that point a little bit later on. So all around, it's a nice package. So putting this down, let's see what else comes in the box. So we have this here. So we have a cable, and then we have some literature in there. And you might be thinking, oh, where's the extra tips? Well, the extra tips are actually in here as well. Here are the extra tips if you need them. Another USB-C. No charger, as usual with all these devices. In here, we have the pack of the additional buds. So you have a larger ones and smaller ones compared to what actually comes fitted on the device. All the way around, I think these are a great design. They've been put together very well. And as I said, that little snap kind of does it for me. They feel quite, not overweighty. Now, compared to these things, the feel, it is a bit lighter. On these, you do have an extra like magnet, it feels, that pulls it together. And the construction, they do feel a little bit more dense. So these are the AirPod Pro 1s, and the Pro 2s are exactly the same in terms of the way they look, just extra additional functionality inside the device. One thing I will say about these is the hype and everything about how great these are and how the functionality is good about them. One thing I don't like is the sound quality, and that should be your number one go-to when it comes to buying any earbuds. They are crisp, they are clear, but they lack rounded, warm bass. So I would never purchase another pair of these. No need to anyway, because I'm not an Apple guy. But anyway, so before I purchased the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, I was using the Link Buds S from Sony. I think these are a really good pair of earbuds. The clarity, the crispness, the separation in audio is really, really good. But one area that I realized now when I started to use the Galaxy Buds is the fact that it's missing a lot of warm, full bass. It is missing. So these are okay, I'll still keep them. And as you can see, these are not stems. These are actually buds that go inside your ears, and they fit well. Now, I'm not gonna go into too much detail and break down everything about these earbuds because there's so many other videos out there. All I wanna do is give you my viewpoint and my standpoint from what I've seen using these so far. So first things first, before I go into anything else in terms of what's good about this, is I want to go to the audio, because that's what we're here for. The main thing that you buy your earbuds or headphones for is the quality of audio. Now these are great. Like Tony the Tiger would say, these are great earbuds. And I say that from a perspective of the fact that the EQ system that you have when you set up the earbuds is by far the best EQ system that I've ever seen and ever used on a pair of earbuds. Now you've got, I think it's 9 channels that you can mix and fade in. So that is a great thing. But when it comes to the sound, this is the main key point, is the bass on these earbuds are tremendously, I don't know if I can put these two words together, but tremendously great. I think the warmness, the richness of the bass that you get from it, you're not gonna want anything else. You're not gonna want to have additional bass sound, or, you know, there's lacking in any area with the bass. It is and does deliver what you're gonna want. You're gonna feel like you're in a room and you're waiting to feel the vibrations from the bass in the room, but you're not, because it's going straight to your ears. Now, I always test all my headphones or earbuds or speakers with a song from Outkast. I'm gonna put it up here so you can see what it is, so you can check it out for yourself and test your speakers on it, because if it works well with that and gives you what you need, there's no need to worry. Now, one of the features that come with these earbuds is the fact that you can just talk to them. So you can ask for the volume to go up. ask the volume to go down, you can pause the music, you can play the music, and also you can actually take calls and a voice command, which is something that hasn't been seen out there. Well, not that I've seen so far anyway. You got the live translation. So if you're having a conversation with someone who speaks another language, for example, you can use the earbuds to actually get exactly what is being said in the conversation, translating from one language to your language. And then you can speak it back and then use your phone to communicate that back to whoever you're speaking to. Now, another area that people have been speaking about is that the pairing mode doesn't exist. Now, I don't know if this was on the previous version of the software, but from what I've seen so far, once I pair up with certain devices and I switch from one to the other in terms of playing any audio, it just switches for me. So I'm not sure what they're talking about. Maybe it's a previous version of the software, but I'm thinking that's always existed. So maybe something that they've overlooked. The blade lights on here are fantastic. And I think it just makes it stand out from anything else out there on the market. As much as people are comparing it to the Apple AirPods, these stand out very different. Just because it's got a stem, people are like, oh, it's copying Apple and it's white. But so are a lot of other devices that are out there. Apple may have started it, but I feel Samsung are perfecting it. Now, when it comes to the fit on these earbuds, for me personally, they fit great. One of the things that I had an issue with the AirPods was that they never actually fit in my ears properly. They kind of just sat in there and just floated around. But these buds are a little bit bigger. Now, they may not seem it side by side, but once you try them on, you'll feel that they actually fit a lot better into your ears. So it all depends on the shape of your ears at the end of the day when it comes down to it. Some people might have a smaller ear canal and I might have a bigger one. Who knows? But all I can say right now, they fit superbly and I don't feel like they're actually going to fall out. Now, the 3D audio that comes with this, yes, again, Apple created this a while back. And now Samsung have brought it on board, but it does what it does. You know, they don't own the patent to it, so Samsung are able to use it, so why not use it? I think it works well. It's a little bit gimmicky. I'm not sure when or why you would want to use it, but knowing that you have the ability to have it, it does make it feel like the sound is in the room rather than just in your ears. Now back to the case and the structure of the lid. I really love it. I really do love it. And for that reason, I didn't want to go and get a case that would cover up this and stop me from having the ability to see my earbuds while they're in there. So with that said, I got the clip case with the carabiner. This is directly from Samsung as well. The fact that the case comes with a button enables you to make sure that the buds are secure and they're not just gonna open up and fall out, which I think is really good. Now the pinch controls do take a little bit of getting used to, and I'm still trying to get used to them right now. But the fact that you have flat areas that you can raise and lower the volume, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing compared to what Apple have done with their devices? I think it's just something a little bit different. You know, you'll get used to it. If you're coming from that device already, if you're not, no need to worry about it. You'll figure a way around how best to use them. And back once again, just to the design, the whole design of the device, the way it opens up, the way you have the colors set out here, you know, the way they come out and go back in, the lights. I just think these are a really nice pair of earbuds. The magnet could be stronger, but it's strong enough. So some of the bad points, just standing out right away is the fact that, you know, people are comparing the white ones to the AirPods. And I would say, well, don't buy the white ones, buy the gray ones like this, because Apple don't create any gray ones, which is their bad luck, because I think these are a winner. The color, going with all my other devices, completes the whole experience. Now I've heard about there's some slow reactions to when you take them out of your ears. I'm not too sure about that. Is it a big issue? Not really, because you're not hearing it anyway, but I guess if you're listening to a podcast and you miss like a second or two of what someone said, that can be an issue. Now this may be something that Samsung are going to come along and fix. I'm sure they will with some type of firmware update, so just hold on for that. The sync button placement at the bottom of the device, it could have been a better at the back. Benefits to having it at the bottom is that you can take advantage of the flatness, so your earbuds will stand up. So as I said earlier on, the feel of the blades is a little bit unnatural to what you may have felt before, and the way it sits in your ears. Okay, when you slide here's an issue that I'm finding already is the fact that if I'm wearing ear studs as I am right now, you are gonna run across your ear studs, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, because you can't do the back. It would be better if they did down the sides like this. That is a little bit of an issue in terms of design wise. And then also when you come to pinch, you know, I don't see any problems there with the pinching at all. Like some people have said, when you're pinching, you're pushing into your face. No, you're not. You're just pinching. You're not pushing, you're just pinching. It's just a slide in, I would say. If you have ear studs or earrings or anything like that, you are gonna have a little bit of an issue with that. And last but not least, when it comes to the noise cancellation on these earbuds, what I've found so far is they're not as great in terms of cancelling out all frequencies. Because I've noticed while listening with no music playing or anything like that, when it's trying to block out any of the sound from outside, for one, I'm getting that pressure kind of feeling that you may have experienced before. And also it's still letting and leaking in a little bit of bass. Anything that has bass in it or lower level frequencies, you'll find that it kind of leaks in. Hopefully this will be rectified in a update, but we'll just have to wait and see. So last point is when it comes to the pass-through on these are not as great as a pair of Apple AirPods, but they do the job. There's not really much you're gonna, you know, experience in terms of like feeling that you're not hearing the world as you need to. It's just not as crystal clear as with the Apple AirPods, but it does the job. You don't have any issues, and you have the ability to change how you want the pass-through to work. If you want them to be constant, or when you take a call, you can have it so the pass-through turns on so you can hear yourself when you're having that conversation, or you can have it when you start to speak to somebody and that function turns on, enables you to have that conversation, and then without having to do anything else, you go back into music. So when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, would I advise anybody to purchase these? And the answer is yes. If you are a Samsung user, get some of these. Get this color because this is the best color. White, I guess it's kind of stormtrooperish and you got that kind of feel to it. So, you know, if that's your fancy, I prefer these personally. These are a great pair of headphones. As I've said, the audio on this is great when it comes to the bass. Is so warm and so punchy, is exactly what you need. The only difference I would say between that and a pair of the Sonys is the fact that the Sonys have a lot better separation in terms of your instruments and your voices and things like that. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more down that lane, I would suggest probably going with something like this or the bigger headphones. But these really do the job, and you're not really going to tell the difference after a while. If you put these on, you might hear the separation a little bit more, but you have the ability to do so many things with the EQing on this, using the UHQ also, especially if you're using certain services that provide that level of frequency in the music or the audio that it's sending to you. You can fully take advantage of that on these. So with that said, these are a great buy. I would suggest anybody out there, like I said, if you've bought any of the devices already, speak to Samsung. Maybe you might get some extra discounts, especially when they're trying to bump and push to get these back in users' hands and increase the sales of these. Because they had to have that callback, they're probably going to be trying to do more to get them back out to people so they don't lose out on what they're making in the market. So that's my thoughts right now when it comes to these earbuds. I will come back in a few weeks or a month or so and tell you exactly how I feel about them, using them for a longer period. But for now, thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking out the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you do so. And if you like the video, like it and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I bring more videos for you guys on the channel. So Flux Automators, I'm out.